Some things don't change. Hi, how you doing? What's going on? Welcome to the replay. Welcome to Art Fueled Life. Yeah, that's the new name. If you're, it's still Daily Fuel, except it's not daily, and but it's still going to be the same stuff. But I'm just constantly moving forward, not looking back. Oh gosh, Facebook users all over the place. Everybody's a Facebook user. Damn it, that is not good. Why is everybody, if it keep commenting, it's got to be it can't be because I haven't done this in a week. I mean, there we go. Amy shows up. All right, we'll see. We'll see what this deal's about. In the comments, there's Trevor, another Facebook user. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe everybody's got to do the link again. Anyway, hi. How you doing? I'm going to start in a minute, but and I'm going to be explaining everything that I'm doing. Not a lot of changes, but some. And the biggest change is that Daily Fuel, I'm not going to do it every day. And I'll explain why, and I think that it'll make sense as to why. And breathe. Yeah, if you're able to, and you see that link in the description of this video right now, do me a favor, just click it now, because if that's the problem, and I have 75,000 Facebook users on this thing, I'm going to be doing this the whole time, and I don't want to do that. So if you can, if you're savvy, go click that link and come back. Anyway, I see Amy, I see Trevor, and I see Marcia, and I don't see anybody else in the Facebook user list here, so I don't know if those are all one person or if they're different people. Anyway, let's just get started, okay? And I'll talk as I go, which is how I do it. Your vision is worthy. Oh, I forgot to put the dog away. Darn. See what happens when you take a break? You forget to do things. Your vision is worthy. Your dog is a pain in the ass, but your vision is worthy. My dog is a pain. Nah, she's a great dog. Anyway, let's start over. Your vision is worthy. Okay. I have needed time off, and it's been helpful to me, but now it's time to get back into the swing of things. And one of the things that I have been learning about myself is that I kind of had a worthiness problem that I wasn't expecting to have. Because when I think of worthiness and confidence, I think of like this belief in yourself. And that's kind of not a thing that I suffer from. I know that I'm really good at certain things, and I know that the stuff that I do provides a lot of value, and I don't really suffer from this belief that, oh, I'm not good enough, or who am I to do this? Like, that's not my problem. And if it's your problem, I'm not belittling that. I'm just kind of getting to a point here, because I know that for a lot of people that is an issue, where worthiness is this issue where it's like, oh, well, so many people are better than me, or who am I to talk about this, or my stuff stinks, but look at that guy's stuff. And that's a real issue that a lot of people, a lot of us grapple with. And I think that what I want to talk about today is going to kind of nip all of them in the bud. And so today we're solving that whole problem in one live. You ready? So I've always known, this is my number one, right? Because I'm going to still have three things. So I've always known that I was good, and that I'm worthy, and that I provide value, that I'm really, really good at certain things. Like when I make this thing that I make, I'm freaking amazing at it, And I know that, and I'm not worried about it. And I've always had this idea in my head that, boy, I should really be at this level in the game. Of creating. It's like, I'm so good at this. How come I'm not more up here? Wherever up here is on my scale. I'm not going to tell you the scale, because my scale could be different than your scale, so it doesn't matter. But everybody's got this scale of like where they are and where they want to be. And I've always been like, I'm where I am, but I'm not where I want to be. Why not? I should be, because I'm fucking awesome, is how I feel about it. And my buddy Landon, I've talked about him. He and I have our Friday afternoon calls every week, and he's been telling me occasionally, very, very gently nudging me, and sometimes not so gently nudging me, you got a worthiness problem. And I'm always like, what are you talking about? Nah, I do not have a worthiness problem because I know that I'm awesome. He's like, okay. And so today, not today, but this past week, I realized, hey, guess what? I think I have a worthiness problem, and I'm going to tell you what it is now. So that was my number one, is that I always knew that I'm really good at it, and that led me to the belief that I don't have any kind of a worthiness or confidence level type of problem. And number two is, yeah, I do, and the problem is that I'm not worthy now. And this was the distinction that I never really thought about before, and I invite you to think about, is that if you have a thing that's kind of holding you back, but you're thinking to yourself, like, it shouldn't be holding me back because I don't really feel like that's an issue for me, but yet here's the issue, here's the results, is I'm not getting everything that I want yet. My feeling was that I'm not worthy now, and those are the words that I came up with to kind of label what it is that I'm really feeling. It's like, I'm really good, and I want to show people that I'm really good, so in order to show it to them, I need to prove it to them, and in order to prove it to them, I've got to make this thing, and I got to make that thing, and I got to jump through these hoops, and I got to create this thing, and I got to make a video, and I got to make a sales page, and I got to make a this, and I got to make a that, and I got to make phone calls, and it'll take 10 years, and blah, blah, blah. I'm really good at this. I have this vision for this movie, but if I want to make this movie and get it out there, I'm going to need help from certain people. And in order to do that, I'm going to have to make this, and I'm going to have to make that, and I'm going to have to put up a thing, and I'm going to have to... Wow, is that exhausting? It is so freaking exhausting being me. I can't even tell you how exhausting. I don't recommend it. I don't have a choice, but you don't have to follow in my footsteps with a lot of things. And when I figure out something that I'm doing poorly, I'm going to tell you, so that if you're doing it too, you can just knock that crap right off. Because trying to prove to other people that you're worthy is telling the universe, I'm not worthy now. Because even though I'm saying to myself, wow, I am so freaking good at this, and just you wait until I create this thing and show it to you, then you'll know that I'm worthy. And who am I talking to? Who are you that I have to prove myself to you? Not you, but the you that I'm thinking about, right? Who is this person that I need to prove to? I want to get a distributor on board. I want to get a sponsor or an investor, or I want to get artists to help me with this thing. Who the hell are these people that I have to prove myself to them? Instead of just being it. I didn't prove to anybody that I was great at running a Facebook group. I just opened a Facebook group and started yapping. And people who liked it started showing up, and the people who didn't like it are leaving. And that's absolutely fine. But I never did anything. I never thought to myself, oh, I want to start a Facebook group and start doing these lives all the time, and I'll do all this crap, right? But in order to do that, first I need to prove to people that I'm good at that. So I'll make a whole library of videos showing me doing that, so that the people will see them and think, oh, let me get in that group and watch him do more of that. No, I didn't do any of that, And you know how I thought of this, really? It wasn't even that real. I started comparing what I do with my business to what I do in my marriage. Because when it comes to my marriage, we seem to have such a good flow with things. Yeah, we sometimes have our sticky days and stuff like that, but that's normal shit. I'm talking about just the general, like, you look at the big picture, it's like we're exactly where we want to be. We're doing everything that we ever wanted to do in our life with our family and our children and everything like that. Like, that was just so easy for me, always. That if you think of your life as having buckets, like there's money and business, and there's relationships, and there's health, and there's, right? Everybody's got their buckets, and some of them you're really good at, and others are like, right? That bucket was always easy. So I started comparing, like, well, what do I do? I never had this feeling that, in order to be a good husband or a good dad, I needed to create all these videos to prove to people that I was first, and then they'll believe me that I was. No, I just had a kid, and I started being a good dad, and people are like, you're a good dad. I'm like, I know. But it's like, I don't do that with my business stuff. It's like, I know I'm really good at this, and instead of just doing it and letting people see it while I'm doing it, I say, let me prove it to you first so that you believe me. And I do all this other shit first, and I never get around to doing the actual thing that I'm good at. it's really strange, and it's very sinister and nefarious, because it's like your ego just kind of gets you and you don't see it until you do, and then you're just like, whoa, you're kidding me? Why was I doing that? It's really, really weird. And here's number 3, which led me to this whole thing. Is you guys have heard me talk about Abraham Hicks before, and I know you've heard me talk about my buddy Landon. So my friend Landon, he runs a Facebook group called Dude It's a Game, and his whole thing is how life is a game that you're playing with yourself. The universe is playing with you, right? And you get to make up the rules, and you get to decide what the game is about, and you get to decide what the objectives are. And I was thinking about that in terms of everything else. I'm like, when it came to our marriage and raising children, which was especially poignant right now because our daughter, today was her first day at FIT, her first day in class, and it went great, by the way. So it was poignant because in thinking about us as parents and us as a married couple, I realized that we just made up our own rules as we went along. We never tried to fit somebody else's model of a marriage. I never explained myself to anybody. We didn't even explain ourselves to our own parents. We were just like, no, this is what we're doing. Get on board or get out. That was our idea, is that this is our life. We're making the rules. We're driving the train. We're doing the thing. We're whatever metaphor you like, right? We're doing it. And nobody has a say. And it's worked. But when it's come to business, it's always been like, well, I'm really good at this, but in order to prove it, apparently I need to do all these things that all these people say that have to be done. I can't get these people on board if I don't have this stuff. I can't get investors if I don't have this kind of a business plan. I can't get sponsors if I don't have this kind of analytics to show. I can't get clients if I don't have this kind of a website with this kind of a funnel system. I need these lead magnets, right? I can't do it without that stuff. But that doesn't mean I'm not worthy. It just means that now I'm putting all these barriers in front of myself that I didn't do with my other buckets that I'm good at, that are flowing nicely, because I didn't put up resistance. I didn't put these things in front of me. And then I'm listening to Abraham the other day after thinking about, we were playing our own game by our own rules, using my friend's terminology where life is a game. And then I'm listening to Abraham, and just on a whim, I was like, I feel like listening to an Abraham about this, because I was thinking about this. I was like, what does Abraham say about this? So sometimes I want to know, what does Abraham say about a thing? I'll go on YouTube and I'll just look for the first one that pops up, because that's the one. And I clicked on it and I listened to it, and it was like 8 minutes long, so that was great. It didn't take a lot of time. And right towards the end, Abraham says, you guys are trying to play this game in other people's models. You're trying to prove your worthiness to people rather than just being the proof. You are it. You're it already, right? And they said you're trying to fit your life into the other rules that other people have figured out that don't even work for them, right? But they insist that you do them, and you're like, well, okay, and it doesn't work for you either, right? And they're like, you want to know what the rules are? And I was like, are you kidding me? I was just thinking, like, I got to play by the rule. I got to make up my own rules. And so I've never heard Abraham say rules before. They're like, you want to know what the rules are? These are the rules. You're good. What do you want? Here it is. Those are the rules. You get to make up all the rules. And I was like, I have this vision of what I want my business and life to be. The vision is worthy all by itself. I don't have to go out proving it to people. I can just start being it, and the people will line up, because that's how everything works. When I try it the other way, it doesn't work at all. When I just do this, it works. It works great. No proof is required. And that's what phase 3 is all about. And that's why I needed a little break, because I had to get my head around this. I didn't want to just stumble into it. I wanted to kind of know what I was doing. And plus, with my daughter going away, it was a very emotional time in our house. Neither one of us, my wife and I, were not ready for her to be just gone, bye, later, see ya. It's weird. And it's hard. But that's what phase 3 is about. Phase Phase one was about what the fuck is this group even about? I don't know. Oh, we want to focus our life on art. Great, let's do that. Phase two was creating an art fueled life. That was really diving into the meat and potatoes of this whole thing. Phase three is that your vision is worthy. No proof is required, and phase three is going to be all about believing that. Because once we know that I'm just worthy of everything I want just by the fact that I'm here, that's when we start getting everything that we want. So let's see what you guys have to say, you Facebook users, you hopefully, what the heck is that? That's all right. Let's see. Hopefully I can see more of you. Some of you are showing up. Yeah, here we go. You started showing up at the end. Okay, welcome back, says Facebook user. Who's that? Mikey. Thank you. Hey, Bobby, says Carrie. Hey, thank you. Hey, whatever. This is Kelly. I know without even looking. Fuck yes, we are here. Phase 3, Art Fueled Life. Hooray. I knew who that was. This is Facebook user. Doesn't even, just says Facebook user. He didn't even say anything. I don't even know what this is. Okay. Amy says hello, stranger, and everyone. Oh, there you go. I'll take that. Trevor, where have you been? Well, hopefully you kind of know where I've been. Been going through fuel withdrawal, Kelly. Oh, look at that. You're signing them so I can see who it is. But I see that you popped up later. Yeah, there you are. Okay, good. Yeah, I know. I was going through fuel withdrawal too. I probably could have used them, but so just to kind of give you guys a heads up. I'll read this one in a second. Just to kind of give you guys a heads up. So the reason I'm doing 2 a week instead of daily is because my vision is worthy, and I am working on my movies, and that's that. And I don't know if you've ever made a movie, but they're hard. They're a lot of freaking work, and I want to do that work, but I need to give myself more time to do that work. The days that I do Daily Fuel, the Daily Fuel takes a lot of the day, believe it or not. So. There's prepping for it, and there's writing my spiel, and there's making the art for it, and there's just what the hell am I going to talk about? Is all that thing, and then there's the time around it. There's the setting up everything before I go live, and then being live because they're running like an hour now, and then the time after. So there's a little bit of time after with the files and stuff, and then there's a lot of logistics that go into what I'm doing with all the files afterwards. So it was becoming not a full-time job, but a big job to do 6 daily fuels a week. And I was like, I'm not going to really have the energy and the time to do the other things that I want to do. Maybe I can take all of that nuttiness that I am and put it into other content types. So I'm going to be doing, I'm not going to announce this as a definite thing, but I was thinking of doing Daily Fuel as like a daily post in the group where I just I had an idea for like half a spiel, and like, here it is, and I just write it, and then it's done and everybody can talk about it. And then the ones that are the biggest ones I could do lives on. But Mondays and Thursdays seem like a good day, and for me, and I hope they're a good day for you. If not, whatever. And so that's what it's going to be. But yeah, so Fuel Blue is making movies now, and I'm so excited about what I'm doing with it. Just the capability that I have that I didn't have when I was doing my TV show. I'm also going to be posting a lot more art myself in the group. A lot of you have noticed that I don't really post art in the group. I just do Daily Fuel and stuff, and I post like sayings and things, but I don't really post art that I'm creating. And because I don't always have a lot of time to do the art that I'm creating, and I want to get to that part of me. So that's the reason for everything, and hopefully that still works out. We go through. Made it to the live for once. Haha, says Facebook user. Oh, that's Carrie. Good, man. I'm glad. Nice to see you. Marsha is here. Nice to have you back, Bobby. Thank you, Marsha. Nice to see you. Mikey, welcome back. Thanks for clicking the link, or maybe it just worked. Go clickety click. Good. Breathe. You'll be fine. Is that Ray? Who is that? That's Ray. I knew it. And Robin's here. I see you. More flowers. Hi, Robin. How are you? Nice to see you. All right. I should have said all these hellos in the beginning, but I did not. Now I have to snap those fingers there. Yeah, some things don't change, right? All right. Hello, beautiful people, especially Bobby. Donna, you just know how to do things. You're just like you are the shining example of how to enter these lives and announce yourself. I thank you for that, Kelly. So wow, hang on a second. These are too big. I had made them big to do a screenshot one day, and now I just realized the first essay I get is going to be ridiculous. Kelly, so we are worthy without having to do all the things that we think will make us worthy, because we don't have to change or do anything differently to deserve it. We already do right now. No proof required. Yeah, just to kind of wrap that up, because I feel like I was all over the place with it. The vision is worthy. That's the name of this one, because once we have this idea of what you want, of who you are, get off my screen, right? Once you have that idea, that's worthy in and of itself. And it's energy. And because we live in a vibrational world and everything is energy, you have the ability to attract the right resources and people. This was the main thing, is that I always felt like, oh, well, I don't have to like prove what I'm doing to have a good marriage, because my wife and I just do our thing and it works and we fit together and that's great, you know? But if I want to get people on board in my business, I always felt like, well, I need to prove it to them somehow. They need to go to a website and they need to see this video, and I need to really lay it out so that they get it, you know? And what just always went over my head for some reason was that that's not how it works. That's how it works for people who think that that's how the game is played. I need to talk people into it. I need to twist arms. I need to manipulate. I need to leverage. I need to do this. I need to do that, because everything is a 3D world in the 3D world. But that's not where we live, and that's not where anybody lives, by the way. But that's not where we live, and I forgot that the way the universe works is through energy, that just by putting my energy out there, the right people will be attracted to it and come to it. Case in point, anybody who watched that episode saw it happen live. I started saying I want to make a movie, and that's it. I'm making a movie. And Jesse, who I did not know before that moment really well, was like, oh, I help filmmakers distribute their stuff. Why not? And now I'm working with her company to distribute my films and my TV show. It's like, if I had said to myself, I want to get a distributor to do that, if that was my goal that day, there is no way I would have just said, well, let me just go live and see if anybody in my group does that. Blah, blah, blah. Hey, does anybody distribute? You know, I do. Oh, well, that's what I expected. No, that's not what I expected at all, because I forgot that that's how the universe works. If I was actually saying to myself, oh my God, I gotta find a distributor, do you know what I would have done? I would have created a million hoops. Well, first thing I gotta do is I gotta make a distribution page on my website, and I have to lay out all the reasons why I should be in your distribution pipeline, and show the shows, and but you know, the movie, it's not really ready to show anything yet. Well, maybe I'll just wait to make that page until I have all the characters developed, and a script, and an animatic, and a teaser trailer, and a this, and a that, and then I'll show it to... Oh my God, I'd have waited 5 years before or I could have just been like, not even worrying about it, and gone live and been like, you know what, I'm making a movie and I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm sure the universe is going to show you. And Jesse went, I can help you with that. And I was like, why don't I do that with everything? Why don't I do that with everything? Because I forget. I don't trust that that's how it works. I forget. But Jesse didn't say, well, I'll help you with that when you prove it. First, I need to see the movie. I need to see 5 other companies that are distributing you, because I'm not going to be the first one. And I need to know that... Do you see what I'm saying? It's like we make this shit up in our heads. That all these things we have to do before we can do the doing. Just do it. Hi, how you doing? Really, I'm appreciative of you. I'm talking to you, Trevor. I'm appreciative of your posts in the group the last couple of days. You've been really opening up, and it was very heartwarming to see how meaningful the group is to you. I appreciate you sharing that, and the reason being is that when I do what I do, sometimes I'm in a bubble here, you know. It's like people come on the lives, or people write things, or, you know, say things in the group sometimes, but I don't always know, like, does this mean anything to anybody? It's like, it's not obvious. And so I don't need everybody to write an epic odyssey essay about like, oh, my life was horrible until I joined this group and now it's amazing. That's not what I'm getting at. I'm not asking anyone to do that. You can if you want, but you don't have to. But the fact that you did, and you said how it changed you, and others have done similarly. Every time somebody says something like that, it's just, it adds fuel to the fire to keep going. It's like, I know I'm doing something for a reason, even when I don't know what the reason is yet. The fact that that happened is good enough reason today. You know what I mean? And so thank you for that. Trevor said, I know point two really. What was point two? I'm not worthy now. Today I lost so much confidence in the business model David and I have drawn up. I nearly just gave up and threw in the towel completely, all because I didn't feel it was worth it. Yeah. And that's part of the reason that I took a break. I take breaks when I feel like I need them. When I feel like I've hit a wall with something, I just take a break. And I'm not. Maybe that's what you need. When you feel like you just want to rip everything up and throw in the towel, the best thing for me to do at that point is to just kind of take a break from everything and be like, you know what, I'm not doing anything. I try not to make decisions when I'm in a particularly low emotional state, because they're rarely the right decision, and they're rarely a decision from strength. In fact, they're probably never a decision from strength. I'll give myself the time I need to get more perspective, and then make a decision and realize, okay, you know what? I was right. That was the wrong path, but it didn't have the same negative connotations that I was feeling. It wasn't the end of the world. And actually, I learned this and this and this, and I can take these things with me. And now that I'm up here, I can see this new path, and I'm going to try that. And I do think it's important to remember that this is a journey. I may not be calling this Quantasy anymore because I'm reusing that name for a cyberpunk movie. But I may not be calling the group Quantasy, but it still is. It's still the Quantum Odyssey. And I called it a Quantum Odyssey for a reason. There's no ending. And there's no right path. And sometimes the path is right for a while, and then it's just not anymore. And we've got to be okay with that. So give yourself some time. So why is this so small now? So many people have gone since 2017. You and LP are still here, and that speaks volumes to me. Yeah. And that's not to say anything negative about anybody else, but 2017 was a funny year. If you don't know what we're talking about, Donna and I met when I was running my old group in 2017. And I started running this group at a time that, to me, it was the idea to run a Facebook group was just like, oh, this is a cool idea. And after I started it, that's when I discovered that there were a lot of Facebook groups in entrepreneur land, and I started to know all of the people who were running them. This was in the beginning of 2017. And then a funny thing happened. Mid-2017, you could see that me and Landon and some of these other people that were running groups were building a nice audience. And and all of a sudden, everybody wanted to run a group, and everybody started opening their own groups. And everybody was joining each other's groups until it was just like, we're all just in each other's groups now. This is weird. And the funny thing is that Landon's group and my group were still growing and thriving, and everybody else was trying to figure things out. And that, to me, was just an example of, ooh, that's working for that guy, let me try it. Instead of, ooh, that's nice that he found or she found something that's working for them. Let me find the thing that's working for me. Instead, everybody just jumped on the tactic. And quickly, a lot of those groups started closing because it just wasn't working for them. In fact, I closed mine too because the business model, while the Facebook group idea worked for me, I was leading everybody down a path to a business model that I didn't want to run the business. And I was like, man, I love running this group, but I don't want to run this business. That's why when I started this group, I didn't attach it to a business immediately. And even when I started to, a month ago or so, when I was like, hey, I'm going to create this thing called Quantasy Plus, I started building it, and suddenly I realized, what the heck am I doing? I don't want to do this. I want to make movies. But I made the Quantasy Plus thing to put this barrier in front of myself so that I could prove my worthiness at some point down the road. To whom? I don't know. But yeah, agreed, Donna. Oh, thanks. Hello, everyone. Hello, Bobby, especially. You already said hello. You can't just add in a correct hello after I tell Donna that her hello was correct. You already did the wrong hello. I'll take it. Hang on. Hey, Danielle's here. Hey, everyone. I missed you guys. Oh, Danielle, we missed you too. Boy, it's been like a week and a half. It's not like I was gone for a year. I almost forgot to say hi to you, especially. Oh, okay, there you go. Now you redeemed yourself. See that? Good for you. Thank you. Hello, hello. I don't know who this is. It's somebody. Snap those fingers. Every other one of these is Kelly Lorenz is watching. There's like 100 of them. Kelly Lorenz is watching. Kelly Lorenz is watching. Kelly Lorenz. It's weird. Who is that? Hello, Barbara. Hi, Barbara. I don't know why you're a Facebook user again, Barbara. Everybody turned up as a Facebook user again today. Apparently, Facebook thought I was gone too long. So, what are you going to do? Kelly. Hi, Barbara. Kelly, what we want is valid. Our vision is of the creators. We are the creator, envisioning its greatest experience as each one of us. Allow us to reunite creator with creator by believing our vision is, in fact, divine. Everything we think and feel is divine. We are so worthy. Yes. Yes, absolutely. And I like the, Kelly puts these in her words, and I love that. I want everybody to take what I say and figure out how to put it in your words. How does this resonate with you, and how can you turn it into a mantra for yourself? For me, the mantra was no proof required, your vision is worthy. But maybe those words don't really mean anything to you. So put it in your language. For Kelly, her language is a bit more spiritual and woo-woo than mine, and that's fine. But that's not the way I talk to myself. I do these lives the way I talk to myself, and so you have to figure out, oh, what's that thing that Bobby said that was so brilliant? Oh, it was that. Well, I'm not going to remember to say that all the time, but I can say this. I can say that everything we think and feel is divine. So if those words resonate with you, use those words. Thanks for that, Kelly. Yes, show us your art. Yes, I am. Kelly, I am like starting tomorrow. I love what you said. I want to get to that part of me, to validate and embody the true artist that you are by knowing your worth. Hell yes, Bobby. Did I say that? I want to get to that part of me. Oh, did I say that? Man, I gotta start paying attention. How do you put these little hearts like that? When I do hearts, they're just those boring red ones. Danielle, can't wait to see your work. I know how you feel. Have a child leave the nest. Oh, yeah. It was scary sending my bonus daughter off. Is that the word you meant? Congratulations, it's a boy. And since it's Tuesday, you get this bonus daughter. Oh my God, that's the funniest thing. Oh, is that what you meant? Is that the word you meant? I mean, do you call her your bonus daughter for a particular reason? And I'm making fun of that. God, I hope not. It was scary. Said did you mean like oldest daughter? I don't know. I'm going to go with that. Oh, Danielle, thanks for that. I needed that. Yeah, it's scary, and she was born on a Sunday morning. My daughter, and a quick story. She was born on a Sunday morning. My wife went into labor late Friday night, and she was supposed to be born on Saturday. And so all day Saturday, I told my dad it was like late Friday night, Saturday morning that she went into labor. And I call up my dad. I say, do me a favor, pick up today's paper. Because I wanted to have the newspaper from the day my kids were born, and I still have them. And so I got that day's paper. And then it went later and later and later, until eventually there was a problem, and we had to have an emergency C-section. But we had it on Sunday morning, so now she was born on Sunday morning, and my dad had to go out and get that newspaper too, and I still have that one. And at the time, Maroon 5 was kind of a new band, and they had a song on their first album called Sunday Morning. And when I made a home movie of her being born, I made a edited home movie, and the main song in that video is Sunday Morning. And today my wife is telling me how she's having a hard time with the Kayla being gone, And I said to her, I just realized I have been walking around for 3 days singing Sunday morning. Like I'm just singing it over and over again. I got the song in my head, and I realized why. So anyway, I don't know if you care about that story, but there you go. Facebook user says, who's this? Oh my God, that was funny. I love what you said. Sadiq, hello. I'm going to have to ask you to click that link again, too. Apparently, everybody needs to click that link again. Everyone has the fire, but the champions know when to ignite the spark. I love this presentation, Bobby. Good one. Thank you. Appreciate that. Everyone has the fire. You know, let's talk about that for a second. We all have the fire. That's the vision, right? But the champions know when to ignite the spark. And if you don't mind, Sadiq, I'm going to flip that a little bit. The champions know that the spark is lit. What we're doing, I think, is we're not neglecting to light the spark. What we're doing is we're putting it out. Not yet. I'm not ready for this to light up yet. Before it keeps doing it all on its own because it's worthy. It is all by itself worthy. The fire is in you. It's lit. But the champion is the one that says it's lit. Let it go. Let it burn. The people, the things, the resources, the money, whatever I need is going to show up because it's energy. And I'm going to explain how I'm thinking about that in future lives. But that's who's this? This is Barbara. Barbara says, you are a mirror. Seriously, I used to do the same thing with websites and proving my art to people, etc., right? Doing this for almost a year now where I just do it and don't let go and don't let ego bungle it all up. It's just working so much better, so much. It's just happening. It's flowing. People are attracted to what I am doing. It's so very true. Much of what you say in these lives rings true for me, and it's almost like you're mirroring things back to me. Thank you. Love it. Little heart. Star thingy. You're welcome. Thanks for saying that. I appreciate that. Yeah, Barbara, I've heard you say that before, that you're just doing your thing, and that actually is fuel to my fire. So I appreciate that. But I get it back. So thank you. I've never followed the crowd and the rules. My husband and I were always self-employed with the business we built, so we followed our own rules and what worked for us. Now that he's passed, I continue to follow my own path and play it as it comes with work and life. Our method of madness worked for us, and now it's just me. I've tweaked what I do in a way that now works for just me to handle. Nice. Might not make sense to anyone else, but it works for me. No, I think that makes perfect sense, Marcia. Thanks for sharing that. I'm sorry that you lost your husband. That's unfortunate. But thank you for sharing that. Yeah, you know, and the thing that I think tripped me up is that what you said there. My husband and I were always self-employed with the business we built. We followed our own rules and what worked for us. And the thing that always tripped me up is that before this break, before this revelation of mine, I would have agreed with you. Oh yeah, I do that too. And because I do. I make up my own rules. I'm self-employed. I do it the way that I want. But what I didn't realize was that, like I said, I've been trying to prove it, you know, and instead of just allowing it, like Barbara was saying. So good for you for figuring that out. That's awesome. Amy says, it's okay for you to do you. I've had to make that choice too. To do me things and only do lives when I could manage to do them. Yeah, thank you. The Shed has given me 2 more days to run the women's group. Big response, like 2 more days a week, you mean, or 2 more days and you're done? I think you mean the first one. A big responsibility, but I'm going to tell myself I'm worthy and up to doing it. Yeah, you mean the first one. I have the skills to run the groups and the knowledge in various crafts to help and teach. The things I don't know how to do, I shall learn them. You mean learnt. There are other people there experienced enough and helpful enough to help me succeed. So you go for it, Bobby, and use all your talents and find the people where your knowledge is missing. There are hundreds of people in and out of the group that will help. Yes, there are. Thank you, Amy. Thank you. And congratulations. I know you're so excited about the Shed and what you're doing there, and I'm really happy for you and Barbara and Marcia that these things are coming together. I feel like we really are doing this together, guys. Teacher's pet. listen to her, Donna. Amy, you have to know how to play the game. That's right. I love that story. Which story? I don't remember which story. I'm sure it was a good one. Don't make me cry so hard. Oh, the kids. Which story? The birthdays. The birth. I don't know. No, I said the bonus kid is through marriage. It's a pretty common term where I live. Bonus kid is through. It's a common term. Wow, I've never heard that term. She's my first baby. Helped raise her since the age of 2 3/4. This is what she would say when you asked her age. I don't like using stepdaughter. Oh, I see. Oh, I see. A stepchild through marriage. That's what you mean. I was like, I had my kids through marriage. What are you talking about? I understand what you mean. A bonus child. Oh, that's nice. Now I like it. Okay, I like it. I'm sorry that I laughed at you. But that really is nice. I love your birth story. Thank you. And that, I'm sorry, I never heard bonus kid before. That's where the heck do you live? That's a common term. I don't know. Anyway, that's the last comment. So, no, it's not. Robin snuck in. It's so true. The key is to, as I said before many times, just do it. That's funny. That's what Landon said. And it's something my late brother said to me over 50 years ago when I kept talking about how I wanted to do paintings, and he got so tired of me talking, and then he said exactly that to me. And when I did, people could see and things happen. Just do it, because it is just by being worthy. Thank you, Robin. Yes. Learned something new today. Bonus kid. Yeah. I love it. Boobs. see, then she turns the tables on me and ruins the whole thing. Just the whole live was like, yeah, this is the best live ever. And then she shows up with boobs. With her boobs. Booby Donna. Yeah, okay, so Amy, you're getting the booby prize as of right now. We'll see who jumps in and steals it from you. But if everybody who's here could please click that link. I'm not going to be able to remember and tag everybody. But if you didn't see yourself show up here, please click that link. It's in the description of this live, and do that when you get a chance. Smiley faces. Summer, I love it all. Summer lobster? What? I don't know what that means. Big boob, Robin, and okay, you know what? The three of you could have the booby prize. Thanks, guys. Have a wonderful day or night or whatever. Oh, look at that. Kelly just swooped in and stole it from all of you. Thank goodness no photo comments allowed. That's funny. Okay, well, Kelly, you get the booby prize. See you later, guys. Goodbye.